Good day to you, listener. My name is Tyler Haney, and today I will be speaking about the artist Sarah Sense and her work, Black Oak. Sarah Sense is a Native American contemporary artist from Sacramento, California. She went to California State University, Chico, for her BFA, and then Parsons, the New School for Design in New York, for her MFA. Sense was also the director for the American Indian Community House Gallery from 2005 to 2007. Black Oak was created in 2022 and is a part of her series called Power Lines. It is created with woven archival inkjet prints on Hanemui bamboo paper, Hanemui rice paper, beeswax, and artist tape. Sense weaved multiple maps, prints, and her own landscape photographs using traditional Chitimacha and Choctaw basket weaving techniques that she learned from her grandmother to create this work. Inspired by her British Library Visitor Fellowship, Sense uses maps and landscape weaving to focus on the colonial impact on climate. Her purpose is to reinstate indigeneity with traditional weaving patterns while also decolonizing colonial maps. What are some impacts on the climate that are due to colonialization? Colonialism is exploiting another society for its territorial benefits, including farmland, precious minerals, and even labor. This lays the groundwork for industrialization and creates a carbon-intensive economy. Deforestation for agriculture, the burning of fossil fuels, and pollution all cause environmental changes that disrupt the indigenous people and their communities today, even though their land was colonized centuries ago. Can you think of any other impacts on the climate due to colonization? And what impacts on the climate due to colonization can you see in your daily life? How does Sense reinstate indigeneity using traditional weaving patterns? Sense uses geographical maps of indigenous territories, as well as her own photographs of this territory. She weaves these things together using traditional Chitimacha and Choctaw techniques to create beautiful patterns. This is to remind us that these places are her ancestors' homes. Her people originated from the land on the maps she uses in her work. Her people have a deep connection to their ancestral land and have their own culture, language, and traditions that came from the land. Sense uses her traditional weaving techniques to take back her ancestral home. Do you see any other ways that Sense's work reinstates indigeneity? How does Sarah Sense decolonize colonial maps? Sense takes the colonial maps of her people's ancestral land and cuts them up, weaving them together to remove the colonial influence on the maps. The land on those maps is not what her ancestors' land looked like. Colonization disrupted her ancestors' communities and changed the landscape of their territories. By removing the colonial influence on the maps, Sense undoes the damage to her ancestors' land and makes it into something that it, once again, belongs to her people. What are other ways that Sense decolonizes colonial maps with her work? This is the end of the show for today. If Sarah Sense and her work Black Oak interests you, listener, perhaps you should take a look at her other works in the Powerline series. You can also look at the works of other Indigenous artists such as Elsie Allen, Carrie Bethel, and Mary Holiday Black if you want to see more traditional basket weaving techniques.